the argument is not just for grounding theoretical, you know, logical entities or whatever. It's actually an argument for an entire worldview. So the metaphysics that are required to have language, universals, categories, etc., requires a specific type of world and universe, namely one in which there is a creator. There's teleology, there's causation, there's morals, there's absolutes, there's external world. All those things are part of the argument because it's a specific worldview and a specific metaphysic, and that requires the Christian Trinity. And Platonism doesn't work because Platonism is reduces to a monad. Platonism doesn't explain how the realm of the forms relates to this world. There's a dialectical tension between being and becoming. Platonism gives primacy to the one over the many. We don't have any explanation as to why there's many and not just a one. I mean, there's all kinds of serious problems in Platonism.
All right, I can see what you're saying, and I can sort of see your reasoning here. But at the end of the day, like, I would have to basically accept because that is not an argument. That's just you directing me, like, to read more about this stuff. So would you kindly provide me, with some sort of a guide into like understanding this theological position better? Like, how would I actually go from the transcendental arguments to actually,
So the transcendental categories that make knowledge possible do not exist in a vacuum or independent of one another. They all kind of go together. So think of all the transcendental categories in a big ball, and that they interrelate and necessitate one another. And that type of a worldview requires a world like the Christian position posits about God's creation, man's moral duties, providence, regularity over time, regular nature, identity over time. That specific worldview resolves all those problems, like the one in the many as an example. And so the argument is that transcendental categories presuppose a certain type of deity to ground all of those transcendental categories, namely the Trinitarian Christian God.
All right, but you don't see any other possibilities because obviously
it's a holistic argument, and so the other possibilities are not going to have the Christian Trinitarian theistic position. They're going to have other positions that, at a fundamental level, if you, for example, change the deity that you're trying to use to ground the system, like Platonism, you can't ground it in Platonism because Platonism doesn't tell you how there's any similarity to the realm of the forms to this realm. So you could do no grounding.
All right. Well, thank you for your response, I guess. Yeah, thank you.